I haven't done one of these in a while, where I create a long form video to talk into the camera. But this month is Disability Pride Month, where we celebrate people with disabilities, and it's an opportunity to raise awareness of disabilities and start having positive conversations and celebrate diversity and differences in the community. Who knows this flag? I didn't know it before doing my research, I'm sad to admit. The red bit is for physical disabilities, the gold bit for neurodivergence like autism, ADHD, etc. White is for the invisible and undiagnosed disabilities. Blue is for the mental illness, and green is for sensory disabilities. I know the word disability covers a lot of areas, and not everyone likes that label disabled, because it doesn't mean you can't do things, it just means you do things differently. And that's certainly the case in my situation, but I've never had a problem with the label disabled, and I'm quite proud to be disabled. Would I change it if I could? I don't know. I genuinely don't know, because would that be changing who I am as a person? It's like saying, would you change who you are? Would I have the same friends I have? Would I be doing what I'm doing? How would my life be affected? So, Disability Pride Month has its origins in the US, where in 1990 they passed a law which was to prevent people with disability being discriminated against. We have similar laws that were in the UK that were passed in 2002. So my disability, as many of you know, is cerebral palsy. It affects my balance, my speech, obviously, and it causes a bit of shakiness in my right hand, which, if you watch my latest video, was a bit awkward when I was going home for a 7 massage. But yeah, it's something I've always had. It was caused at birth because of the lack of oxygen. I don't know much more about that. Like I said in the short, they don't know whether I'm right-handed or left-handed, but because my left side is strongest, I use my left hand and my left for kicking. Yeah, it's been interesting since doing this social media, because I've had some comments like, oh, what's wrong with your voice? Are you drunk? Maybe not. So then, oh no, I've got this disability. And then someone called me disabled alcoholic, and another one said he used the R word. I don't like that word, so I'm not going to say it. But I just don't think people understand disability. I didn't really have a plan for this video, but I wanted to make you aware that it's Disability Pride Month. About the flag, there's different events going on online. I'm interested to know your story, so if you've got a disability, does people know about Disability Pride Month? Because to be honest, this is the first or second year I've been aware of it, and yeah, I think it's a great thing. We should be celebrating our differences rather than hiding them away. I would have never had the guts to talk on camera like this about disability a year ago, even 6 months ago. But I think it's important that everyone sees that it's not, a disability doesn't have to define people. It can be a strength rather than a weakness. I should have said Disability Pride Month runs from the 1st to the 31st of July, and it's been running since 1990. I've been doing some research this morning, and it's interesting. There are over 1 billion people worldwide living with disability, yet there's still a stigma that exists. I believe it's not spoken about as much in media, but I follow some great people on TikTok and YouTube, Instagram, and it's quite inspiring actually, even for me who's got disabilities myself. I don't find myself inspiring. I know that some of you said I am, and I know that some people don't like to be called inspiring. They're just trying to live their life. I'm kind of in that camp. If I can show someone people with disabilities can do things, that's great. But yeah, I wouldn't say I am an inspiration. I bought this book a while ago about disability rights and the history of them, and I never read it. Maybe I need to read it this month to build my knowledge. I know I need to become more educated around other disabilities. I know about my own, obviously, but I don't know much about the rights, the history. I know that I'm in the UK back probably 40, 50 years ago, that people were put in homes and sort of forgotten about, out of sight, out of mind sort of thing, but I don't know much more than that, so I need to do my own research. Wow, 1 in 6 people live with some sort of disability, whether that's physical, cognitive, sensory, invisible disability. Disability movement shares its roots with civil rights and the LGBTQ plus movement, which is why the flag is similar, just fighting for visibility, accessibility and equality. Many disabilities are invisible. I'll tell you this story. It's happened to me more than you think. I parked in a disabled space with my blue badge, and someone was knocking on the window, and I'm like, okay. So they were like, you can't park there, you're not disabled. So yes, I am. I can't believe that. As soon as I start talking, they back off, which I don't know whether that's an insult or not. Don't just judge everyone who uses a blue badge as one thing. There's a lot of hidden disabilities. I'm going to put my glasses on for this because I asked ChatGPT for some questions that I could answer about Disability Pride Month as a creator. I don't know that word, but a creator with cerebral palsy. And it asks the first question, what does disability pride mean to me personally? That's the first great question, because disability pride means to me that I can sit here and talk to you about disability without being judged. I know some people online won't like it, and that's fine, they don't have to watch this. I'm hoping this interests at least one person and it changes their mind on people with disabilities. If it does that, then it's a great thing. I think it's about time people with disabilities are allowed to celebrate their differences and live in an inclusive world that allows them to do what they want to do and achieve what they want to achieve. Surely that's the best thing for everyone, right? Everyone just wants to fit in. The second question is, what's something people get wrong about cerebral palsy or disability in general? It's quite interesting because I've had it a couple of times where people have acted like I'm stupid or dumb, or talk to the person I'm with rather than talking to me. I can think for myself, I'm able to do things for myself, I live independently, so I went to uni, I got 2 degrees, so I can't be that dumb. Okay, I am like everyone else, I'm dumb in certain cases, like I put burgers in the cupboard instead of the fridge the other day. If you have seen that video, then you know that I do silly stuff, but that's me, that's not because of my disability, but that's just because people aren't used to talking to someone with a disability, and it's a stereotype that is around that our word is used a lot, which I don't like. I've never liked it. And I'll probably get more comments about it or using that word now, but I just laugh at them. How has my disability shaped my creativity and content creation? It is interesting, that question, because I thought, am I growing as fast as I would have done without having a disability? But I think that's my own insecurities, and I enjoy talking about disabilities and trying to raise awareness, but when I started I thought I'd probably do a lot of content on that. But if you've watched my videos, there's occasionally something on it, but I just do what I enjoy doing. I create the videos I want to create. And sometimes they will be on disabilities. And if people don't like that, they don't have to watch them. But I also enjoy playing the silly games, the trying new foods, and I've got good games that I want to create for a long form video. I just gotta iron out some of the issues. But yeah, I think it's positive people are allowed to create what they want to create. When I first started, I was nervous about what feedback I would get, whether I'd get any followers at all, but I've got great subscribers, great followers. I'm enjoying the content I'm making, and please keep subscribing. I got a couple of longer travel trips coming up, Canada and Australia, and I can't wait for them. I don't know if that actually answers the question, but let's leave it there. What advice would I give to younger disabled people who are just learning to embrace who they are? Wow, that's a great question. I would say learn what you need help with and adapt that. And once you've figured that out, don't let anyone stop you do what you can do. Like me when travelling, I thought I would never be able to travel on my own, and I have been, because I worked out what I can do. I asked for help when I need it. Oh, and that's another thing I would say, always ask for help. Most people are willing to help you. If they're not, that's on them, not on you. Ask the next person for help, and you'll find someone who will help you. Disability doesn't have to define a life. It can define a life, but it doesn't have to. Find your people, friends, family, teachers, teaching assistants. There's always someone out there who, as long as you're nice and say thank you, please, thank you, talk to them about their life, you'll get on fine. And I wish I did this when I was younger, but learn more about your disability, how it can affect other people, how other people deal with disability. If you're into sport, look up disability sports near you. Get involved. I used to help out at school with the school games, and I've a referee in Boccia, playing Boccia. There's always something for you to do. Don't just sit and think you can't do anything. Find something you enjoy and do that. There'll be something around it. But yeah, there's things that exist out there. Just go and do it. Talk to people. Do your research online. I hope that sort of answers the question that what kind of representation do I want to see more of in the media and social media platforms? I was quite surprised before doing this. I didn't think there was many influencer creators with disabilities, but they are out there. So if you want to watch someone interested in disability, I watch them, and it's fascinating, and I think it's some of the best content I've seen out there. But I still believe we need more mainstream media, more people like Rosie Jones. Oh, did you see that sitcom on Channel 4 called Pushers? At least I think it was a sitcom. No, it probably wasn't a sitcom. Drama comedy maybe? But yeah, that was amazing. I really enjoyed that. It was funny. I watched all 6 episodes in one night. I don't know how long this is, but if you ever have any questions about my disability or any questions at all, comment them and I get back to most comments. I hope I've answered all the ChatGPT questions as best as I can. And if you've got a disability or are an ally of the disability community, I hope you have a good Pride Month and enjoy Disability Pride Month. Please keep subscribing and I'll see you soon.